All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to my call today. My name is Eric F. King, for those of you that don't know me. And today I am going to be talking about how to build authority, credibility, visibility, and also how to generate sales and speaking engagements. All right. So I'll just give you a little bit of my backstory for those of you that don't know me. I have been a sales coach for about maybe 17 years or something like that. So I help entrepreneurs um, sell more offers, right? 2x, 3x, even 10x their sales without being pushy or salesy. So that's what I've been doing for a while. I've been, very successful at it, and I've done every type of marketing possible. Okay, I've done every marketing type of marketing possible. So I used to do a lot of podcasts, right? I did a lot of online summits. I did speaking engagements, wherever I can, whatever I can do to share my offer, right? To get attention. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to get attention. Now, the information I'm going to share with you today can absolutely change your business forever. And I'm not even exaggerating. So I'm not exaggerating because I'm talking from experience. All right. This is not something I read in a book. This is something that changed my life that I'm about to share with you today. All right. And then after doing all those different ways of marketing, then I went to this event by Tony Robbins. You may know him, very very well known, and he had this event in a studio. I was in a studio, and he brought on speakers. Lisa Nichols was one of the speakers, and they were speaking in front of these giant Zooms, right? And with the global audience, and it really blew me away. Like I've never seen anything like this, right? And I realized that what they were doing is they were separating themselves from the masses. Separated. So write that down for your notes. Separate yourself from all the people that do what you do. That's the secret to success. If you just do what everybody does, you'll have what everybody has, right? You got to do something different, right? You got to dare to be different. All right. Oh, I see a lot of people jumping on here. Good to see you. Welcome, Dr. Marcia, Glenn. Good to see you. Zion, Coral. Good to see all of you. All right. So today I'm going to share six tips. Six tips. If you want to generate more business, if you want to be seen out there, if you want to be to get more authority and credibility, then you want to write these six tips down. All right. Okay. So number one is build an audience. Build an audience. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they come online and they just want to sell people. So I get these DMs every day. They just send you a message. Hey, this is what I'm doing. Are you interested? Do you want to buy? Do you want to get on my call? Right? But they don't know you. They don't like you. They don't trust you yet. Right? So you have to build an audience. Now, how do you build an audience? You build an audience by sharing information that benefits that audience, right? Um, when you think of the companies that are good at building an audience, let me give you an example. Starbucks, right? Starbucks, you may go some other places where maybe have better coffee, but nobody has a better distribution channel, right? They have the most distribution channels all over, right? So people assume they're the best, right? So you want to be seen. You want to build that audience. McDonald's, right? They don't have a great burger, but they have the most distribution channels, right? They built an audience. So that's what you want to do. You want to build an audience of people that are in your target market. In other words, people that can use your offer, your service, whatever you do, right? So for me, I attract a lot of coaches. I attract a lot of speakers because what I do helps coaches, helps speakers, helps authors, right? So you want to build an audience. That's number one. Okay. And here's the thing. When you build an audience, you want to track it. right? So I track how many people join how many people become LinkedIn followers every month. Every month, at the end of the month, I track how many new LinkedIn followers, how many new Instagram followers, how many new YouTube followers, how many new people on my email list. You have to be intentional about this stuff, right? Don't just don't just do it willy nilly, right? You got to be intentional, right? Every month, I know how much where I am, right? And oh, by the way, focus on new people joining. Don't focus on people that like maybe they unsubscribe or whatever. Like, don't focus on that, please. It doesn't matter. Okay, like do not focus. People say, "Well, Eric, do you know how many people unsubscribe from your email list every day?" No, because I don't look at that. Why would I? Why would I care about that? What am I going to do? Chase them down? Beat them over the head? So don't focus on the wrong things. Focus on new people that need what you have. Okay. Focus on, and by the way, not everybody needs what you have, and you don't need everybody. I can't. I can't handle every speaker and every coach. I can't handle that, right? So you don't need everybody, right? You will attract some people and you will repel some people, and that's okay. I repel people every day. People that can't relate to what I'm saying. It's okay. It's okay. It's not for you, right? We're still friends, right? So relax a little bit. Relax a little bit. You don't need everybody, all right? All right. So let's keep going. Number two. Show up on video. Yes, I said it. I know it's scary, but you got to do it. Let me tell you why. Over 80% of content that is consumed online is video content. 80%. Which means if you are not doing video, you're behind the eight ball, as we say. In other words, people won't even see what you do. Like they won't even, they won't be able to connect with you like they connect with people on video, right? I'll give you an example. So when I started online, I had a coaching program, a sales coaching program, and I met with this lady who was interested in learning more, and so we're talking about it. And she said, Eric, I really have to go. Unfortunately, I can't stay for the whole time. Can you just tell me how much it is? I'll pay for it and get started. And I'm like, but I haven't gone over it yet, really. She said, it doesn't matter. I'm ready. And she bought it. Okay, well, I forgot what it was about. It was over $1,000. So anyway, when I saw her again, I said to her, I said, why did you buy my program when you didn't really know what's in it? She said, because I've been seeing you on video a lot. I feel like I know you. You can't rip me off. I know you. I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? So that's the power of video, folks. That's the power of video. And you don't have to do live videos like this, right? You can do a recorded video on your phone. Just record a minute, a short. You can do a retake if you want, and then upload that, right? So you don't have to do live, but you have to do video to even stand out, to have a chance. Okay, you want to do video. Okay, and you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the best lighting, or you don't need a microphone like this. I mean, I didn't have this when I started, right? You don't need all of that. You just need to get started, because it's the material they want, it's the information they want. Right? You don't have to be Hollywood. You don't need perfection, right? It's the information they want. They'll follow you, and when they follow you, they'll learn from you, and then they'll buy from you because they see your videos. All right. So that's number two. All right. So let's get to number three. Number three is you have to demonstrate your expertise. Demonstrate your expertise. This applies both in coaching and in speaking, because I know that a lot of people here, some of you are coaches, some of you are speakers, some of you are speaker coaches, right? You have to demonstrate your expertise, because people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. They trust you if you're knowledgeable about it, right? If you're knowledgeable about it, right? and if they can relate to you, right? If they can relate to you, right? So the information you put out there has to actually solve somebody's problems or meet their needs in some way. If it doesn't, people aren't interested. So if you post videos of you, at the beach and having a good time and your dinner and all stuff like that, that's fine. That's okay. That's lifestyle. You can do that. But that's not what's going to get people to actually buy from you or to hire you to speak on their stage, right? They want content of information that they can learn from, right? Like tips and things of that nature, right? So you want to be able to create information that shows that you're an expert. Now, how do you show you're an expert? First of all, you have to niche down. What do I mean by niche down? You have to be good at one thing, really good at one thing. I know this is hard to understand because it was hard for me, but let me break it down for you. You see, naturally, we think that if we can demonstrate that we know a lot of things, we'll get a lot of customers and we'll speak on a lot of stages. It's just the opposite. Just the opposite. People are paid more as a specialist than a generalist, right? Specialists get paid more than generalists. So when you portray yourself as someone that can help everybody, you'll realize people aren't interested. You're not going to help anybody, because it's hard for me to hire you as let's say, my public speaking coach. If you're also uh, let's say insurance agent, and you're a barber part time, and you're also a mindset coach, right? Like when I see all that on your site, I'm like, I'm not paying you for anything because you're all over the place. You're not an expert at anything, right? So stop trying to think that the more things that you're into, the better off you are. No, there's nobody that makes money doing that. People say, well, Eric, I just want multiple streams of income. You know what that is? That's multiple droplets. Those aren't streams, because you'll find out that you're not making money and you're not really making much money, right? Um, there are people like Oprah and people that we know, like Anthony Robbins, huge. Like they can join any business. They can sell this tomorrow and make millions, right? But they were good at one thing for a long time. Those of you old enough to remember, Oprah, she had a show on TV Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern for 25 years, right? She became so good at that. That's what made her a billionaire. Now she can do anything she wants, right? Right. Tony Robbins, he was known as as a motivational speaker, right? Trainer. Now he can do anything, right? But you have to be good at one thing. You have to be good at one thing, all right? That's how you get more customers and clients, because the customers and clients know that you're the expert and they want it. If you want to speak on stages, the meeting holders are looking for experts. They're not looking for generalists, right? So if I'm a meeting holder and I'm doing an event on leadership, right? So I want a leadership expert. And I go to your website and I see that you speak on leadership, you speak on mindset, you speak on a weight loss, and then you're a part-time affiliate marketer. I'm not hiring you. I'm not hiring you because you're not an expert. You're not a leader. You're not expert at leadership. You're into everything, right? So if you take nothing out of this, take this. Be good at one thing. Be so good at it that people will pay you a lot of money to come and teach it. Okay? Be good at one thing. All right. So, and also I want to tell you that if you think you're an expert at a lot of things, you're really not, because you can't be if you don't focus. Right? You have to focus on one thing. Do you know some people want to speak on my stage, studiospeaking.com, right? I have a stage for speakers, authors, coaches, and I put you out there in front of a lot of people, right? And the one thing that disqualifies people the most is they do a lot of things. right? You fill out a little form. You tell me what your expertise is, and I say, oh yeah, I see mindset coach, public speaking coach, weight loss coach, affiliate marketer, network marketer. I'm like, she doesn't qualify. He doesn't qualify. You can't do it because I'm not going to introduce you as an expert at one thing, and people go to your website and you're doing 7 things. You're not an expert, right? Right. So yeah. So you wanna niche down, become so good at one thing. Okay. Demonstrate your expertise. That's number 3. So number 4. Number 4 is public speaking. Public speaking. Yes, I said it. If you don't like public speaking, it's going to limit you if you don't do it. I was very shy. I was deathly afraid to speak in front of a group, but I knew I had to learn. So I joined Toastmasters. I joined an organization to help me, right? You want to speak one to many. One to many. That's what I'm doing right now. One to many. Right now we have all these people on the line right now watching, right? Coral, Glenn, Pete, right? Damola, all these people are here, right? I'm speaking one to many, right? And hundreds of people will see this today. By tomorrow, it's probably going to be like 1,000. And then over the weeks and months, thousands and thousands and thousands of people will see this one video, right? Because I'm speaking one to many. And by the way, you want to record everything you do, by the way. Record everything you do. People tell me all the time, Eric, I've been speaking for 25 years, and I don't see one video of them speaking. One, right? Record everything you do. All right. So you want to be speaking one to many. Now, you can do it on podcasts. Okay. They're effective. You can do it on summits, right? I've been on a lot of summits. But my number one recommendation, of course, you probably guessed it, speak in a studio. If you don't know how it looks, go to studiospeaking.com and you will see what I'm talking about. Speak in a studio. Why? It separates you from the masses. How many people do you know that do what you do that have footage of them speaking in a studio? Like Tony Robbins and all those big time gurus out there, right? Very, very few. You separate yourself, right? When you speak in a studio, especially when you speak to a live audience, they see you in a different light. The first time I did it, I had like times 7 the number of people that booked a call, and a lot more people bought my offer. Why? Because they saw me in a different light. I wasn't just an average sales coach anymore, right? So you want to take advantage of an opportunity to speak in the studio. Whether you speak at mine or not doesn't matter, but I want you to have the experience. Also, the footage you get from that, right? So we do video, so you're going to get the video, but then you're going to get the reels. When you post the reels, then people see you again speaking in the studio with your name and lights, right? And there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it, right? So speaking in a studio can really, really change your business. So let me just tell you real quick a couple things you get when you speak in our studio, and then I'll get to the other points. So like I said, we do done for you reels. So you can get all these reels. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go on my site, you'll see them. Or if you're connected with me on social media, you'll see them, right? You'll get reels. These reels are what your potential clients will see. These reels are what the meeting holders will see for them to hire you to speak on their stage, right? They're powerful, right? They're powerful of you speaking on a stage that most people will never speak on in their life, right? So that's number 1. We also do a professional photo shoot for you, which means that we have a photographer that takes excellent pictures. Oh my goodness, right? Takes excellent pictures. He's going to take pictures of you that we're going to use for different things. You can use it for your books. You can use it for your speaking engagements. You can use it for, you need pictures for anything right now. Anything you want to market, you need pictures. So we do that for you. We also give you an award. It's a beautiful crystal award. I don't even have one here, but it's a beautiful crystal award. We give you an award for your past accomplishments. So by the way, you have to have some accomplishments before you speak on my stage, and you have to have some experience speaking, right? So we give you an award for 2 reasons. Number 1 is to recognize you for what you've done in the past, for the people that you helped, the coaches, the people that you've coached, the audiences that you've inspired, right? But then, number two, we want to give you that credibility, right? It's credible when you can call yourself an award winner. It's credible when you can put that on stage, you carrying, holding up your award. That's credible, right? So we want to give you that credibility. Okay, that's another thing we do. Aside from that, we believe that to become highly successful at anything, you need to associate with other successful people. So we include your breakfast, lunch, dinner, where you're hanging out with other coaches, other speakers, other authors, and you're just learning and growing together. Look, most of my success in business did not come through my degree. Like I could have a marketing degree, business degree, but that's not where I actually learned all this stuff I'm talking to you about. Okay, that's not where I learned it. I learned it from other people, right? I remember I was writing my first book. It's right there, Home Business Boom, and I didn't know anything about writing a book, nothing, right? But then guess what? I joined a mastermind of authors, and every day I got in there, people are saying, "Hey, I sold another 7 books last night. I became a bestseller on last week." Right. And like, I realized that it's not even hard. All these people are doing it. And I became a bestseller myself, right? Because I was in the mastermind. So when you speak on our stage, you will be around people that are successful in their respective fields. And then you get to collaborate and work with each other. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. And then guess what? We just added something. So if you are one of the speakers at our next event, which is coming up, I'm looking for a few more speakers. By the way, if you're interested, just go to studiospeaking.com, book a call, and we'll talk. We have partnered with Tap In Magazine. Why? A magazine that goes out to over 500,000, I think it's 600,000 people now. You will be on the cover of this magazine. That's right. On the cover. And then we'll put you'll get an advertorial. An advertorial is like an article, but it promotes you. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this. That's me. Right. And then you get to tell your story, right? You tell your story, and then how people can reach you, all of that. It's incredible. It's incredible. Nothing like it. So we promote you that way too. But that's not all. So listen to this. Before you speak, we are putting you on social. We are doing ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads to tens of thousands of people that will see you. And then what we do is we take your topic, right? And that's what we use for our messaging, right? In other words, the words we use for the ads. So we are attracting people to come to the event to listen to you because those ads pull them, right? So this is like scientific. I'm telling you, I learned this from the best. I learned this from the best, trust me. All right. So now you have a crowd of people that actually are waiting to see and hear you. And then guess what? I have a large email list. So I send the list information about the next event and telling them, you are the chosen expert for this area, whatever it is. And we never have two experts that do the same thing. Like we'll never have 2 mindset coaches, right? We'll just have one. So we promote you. Some of the speakers on my stage, they get business, they get speaking engagements before they ever speak on the stage. Right? Because we promote them. So that's what we do. And that's why speaking is so important, especially on a stage like that. All right. So that speaking is number 4, right? I believe. Yeah. So number five is social proof. Social proof. Look, there is probably nothing more important on your website or your landing page than social proof. You may think that, hey, I just need to tell them what I do. I need to break it down. No, you need to have somebody on there saying, yeah, what he's saying is true. So the way we're wired as human beings is we're skeptical of things we don't know. It's to protect us, right? I'm skeptical. You're skeptical. We're all skeptical of things we don't know. So when we want to look at a coach or an author, whatever, we want to see evidence. We want to see evidence that what they're saying is true. Evidence that they can actually help us, right? And the way we do it is by reading those testimonials or watching those testimonials. So here's what I want you to do. If you don't have this yet, start today. You want testimonials on your site. You want people saying, yes, he did this for me. She did this for me, right? It's important, both written and video. When I started my company, studiospeaking.com, and I'll talk to somebody, they'll be like, oh, this all sounds good, but like, how many people have you actually helped on the studio? And I'm like, well, nobody yet. And then guess what they'll say? Yeah, I'll pass. I'll get back to you, right? I hear a lot of that. But then as people started signing up and they love the experience and they go on they do a testimonial, they put it on the site. Now we probably like, I don't know, 20 testimonials. I know, a lot, right? Now people book a call and say, Eric, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I said, why? I mean, we haven't even met yet. Well, look, I read all those testimonials. I listened to them. I'm ready to go, right? It's important for you to have testimonials of your business, of what you do. Also, if you're a speaker and you speak on stages, you want people, think about this. If you're a meeting holder, so you are in charge of putting together a convention. You are in charge of finding a speaker. Okay. Now, you go to this, let's say you're looking for a mindset coach. You go to 3 different websites, 3 different speakers, and only one of them has testimonials. Only one of them has people on the site saying, hey, this guy came to speak. He was dynamic, or he taught us a lot, or he was very practical, or we loved his energy. And guess what? That's the one they're hiring. That's the one you're hiring because you have evidence. The other ones, you don't have evidence, right? So you want to get some testimonials. And I know people think it's awkward to ask for a testimonial. It's not. It's not. You simply say this. So, how did you benefit from my program? Oh, well, I got this and I got this. Okay. Well, do you mind saying that in a short video? 1 minute? Just what you said. Or if they don't want to do video, do you mind putting that in writing? Like just, on maybe Facebook or Instagram, because you want people to see that it came from social media, so it's not fake, right? And they're like, sure, I'll do that for you. You want testimonials. It works. All right. All right. Let me tell you an example of a testimonial that I got. So I, like I said, I had this, well, I still have it, but I focus more on this now on studio speaking. So I had this course. It was a sales course, a sales coaching program. And there was this lady named Sabrina. Okay. She's in Florida. She took the whole program and she loved it. And she started selling like crazy. She was like one of the top reps in her company. She's with this company anyway. I'm not going to get into that. But she started selling like crazy. She started charging for things she never charged for before. She was making a lot of money. So she said, I'm going to do a testimonial for you. I'm like, awesome. So she did this video. It's on my Success with Eric website, right? And in the video, she goes, yeah, Eric is a nice guy. He's very trustworthy. And she said things like that. And I'm like, you didn't even say how much you sold. You didn't even say, I didn't say this, but I'm in my head, I'm like, what kind of testimonial is that? Like, she didn't even say all the things she got from it. But anyway, I posted it. Fast forward 2 months later, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. I'm meeting with a guy on Zoom and we're talking about my program. And he says, yeah, Eric, I don't need to go through the dog and pony show. That's what he said. I don't need to go through the dog and pony show. Just I'm ready to buy it. I'm ready to be in your program. I'm like, okay. So he signed up. So then later I asked him, I said, so why did you sign up when you didn't even know what I do? He said, because I was on your website and there was this lady that said you're trustworthy. And when I heard that, that's all I need to hear. And I'm like, wow. right? So here's my point. It doesn't matter what the people in the testimonial say, as long as it's positive, right? It's all good. It's all good because it can relate to somebody, right? It can relate to somebody. You can't determine for them. You don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. Just let them be themselves and say what they got out of it. Okay, so testimonials are powerful. Okay, so I think that was number 5. Okay, and then number 6, the last one, is networking and collaboration. Networking and collaboration. So, look, when I was in business school, my business professors used to talk a lot about competition. They used to say, this is how you beat your competition. This is how you beat your competition. They never said the word collaboration. Either they didn't know about it or maybe it wasn't a thing. I don't know. But let me tell you something. Most of the money I've made in business, which is a lot, it comes from networking and collaboration, working with other people, joining forces, right? I'm a part of a mastermind in Florida, a guy by the name of Myron Golden. He has a mastermind of these top people from all over the world, right? Russell Brunson is one of them, is the founder of ClickFunnels, right? So in this mastermind, I've learned so much just hanging out with these people, just hanging out, having lunch, breakfast, whatever, just hanging out. I learned so much, changed my life, right? Masterminding with people. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. Okay, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're not moving forward, right? You're not moving forward. If you make $100,000 a year and everybody you know makes 50,000, then guess what? You'll never make more than 100,000 because you think you're the man or you're the woman, right? You're like, drinks on me, right? Because you are it, right? You don't want to be there. You want to be hanging out with people that are making 250, 500,000 because you want to learn from them so you can grow, right? And it's not all about money, but I just use that because everybody can understand, money, right? So you want to network and collaborate with people. They become your warm market. Some of these people, if they like what you do, they'll easily buy from you. You don't have to sell them because they know you. One of the things we do at Studio Speaking at my VIP events is, we network and collaborate at dinners and stuff like that. And people exchange numbers and then they work on projects together, right? So there's nothing more important than building that network of people that you can lean on, you guys can grow together, right? It's like having a board of directors, right? So those are the things I want to share. Again, if you're interested in speaking on my stage and or just curious, go to studiospeaking.com, book a call, and I'll be glad to talk to you. So let me just go through here real quick. Oh, there are a lot of people here. So if you're here live, put in #live. And if you're watching replay, put in #replay. So welcome, Glenn. Yeah, I see you're putting a lot of comments in there. Yep, separate yourself, dare to be different. That's right. Coral says, build a huge audience. That's right. That's right. Yes, he's working on showing up on video. Great job, Glenn. Great job. Let's see. Carl always has a lot of great things to say. Oh, Glenn says he joined the National Speakers Association. Awesome. Yeah, so we are sponsors of them. All right, awesome. So appreciate all of you on here. I don't really spend a whole lot of time. I like to give people information in bite-sized chunks, right? Bite-sized chunks. So, welcome, Genevieve. I think I see her name somewhere here. All right, welcome from the islands. Yeah, so that's what I want to share. Build an audience, show up on video, demonstrate your expertise. Definitely speaking engagements, especially the studio speaking, right? Social proof, you want testimonials, networking and collaboration, right? Those are the things that you need, and demonstrate your expertise. Those are the things you need to do to have massive success in your business, either as a coach or as a speaker. All right. It's been a pleasant pleasure to be here with all of you, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.